my name is Micky Theo. I came across an article on YouTube regarding John Fury offering out Dana White. Then he says he is the fittest 54-year-old man on the planet. I don't believe that. I'm 56 years of age and I believe I'm fitter than you, John. I believe I could beat you in a proper boxing match, me and you. And you know what? We can do it for a good cause. Coronavirus. The world is suffering. People are dying. I send my love out to the NHS. They working round the clock, 24 hours for all them poor people who are dying in this world. Maybe me and you can get this fight on and help the charity, help the NHS and help the coronavirus. Come on, John, me and you can do it together. God bless you, mate.
This is KUGAN CASSIUS for IFL TV in association with MTK Global. Delighted to be joined by, over the telephone, Mr. Micky Theo. Mick, how are you?
I'm good, mate. KUGAN, how are you?
Very well, thank you very much.
Happy Easter to you, anyway.
Happy Easter to you as well. So, Mick, let's get straight down to it. Obviously, you put a video out quite recently, over the last 3 or 4 days or so, calling out John Fury. So, first question is, why make the video and why John Fury?
I don't know. I just come across him one morning. I was watching a bit of the news, and what enticed me to go ahead with this was the ending. I think you interviewed him with Dana White regarding Dana White.
Yeah.
Saying something about Tyson Fury, his son. Saying about something smashing this and smashing that. He ended up saying, you don't know, Tyson Fury comes from a smashing family. And then he ended up saying, you know what, I'll smash you with one punch. He said, let's get it on. And then the next effect was more concerning to me when he said, I'm 54-year-old and I'm the hardest, strongest, fittest man on the planet. And I thought, hang about, I'm 56, 2 years older than him, and I know I'm fitter than him. And I thought, you know what, there's a good move there. Call him out. And that's what I've done.
So, Mick, I remember the video that you were talking about. It was not that long ago. It was probably about 7 or 8 months ago. Had you only recently watched the video, though?
Was it that long?
Yeah, well, it's not a new video. That's a good 7 or 8 months old.
I'm not really one for going on YouTube and this and that, and I'm so too busy to do anything like that. I honestly thought it was quite recent, so I watched it. It just popped up, and I was watching the news, the local news about the coronavirus and all that, and it popped up the video. I thought, oh yeah, let's have a look at this, and that's when I thought, you know what, I fancy that. I'll do a bit myself. I thought, get up there and do it, but it's on. Apparently, we spoke to the other side's manager. And I think everyone can't believe how crazy it's gone out there, and it's drawn so much interest everywhere, and it's just unbelievable. So yeah, I'm quite excited. It's new things popping up. People got different things to say about it, good things, bad things. It's all good.
So, Mick, I'm pretty sure after, like I said, your video went out, and like I said, I said this to you on the phone earlier that 7 or 8 of my friends had kind of WhatsApped me this video, and then obviously John Fury's response came about later that night, and I'm sure a lot of people would have been frantically Googling you to kind of see if they weren't already aware about you, who you were and kind of what you were about. But I suppose we know that you did obviously had say a career in bodybuilding, but you were a bodybuilder, and obviously you were affiliated and you used to spar with Lenny McLean as well.
That's correct.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, how did you come to kind of knowing Lenny, and what was the deal there?
I sort of retired from competing in probably 1990 when I won the British Heavyweight Championships. There was no money in it at the time, and I thought, you know what, I've always said in the back of my mind, I wish I went to boxing, because I took up boxing. I've always messed about, and I ain't bad at it, I can hold my own. Never had a fight in my life on a white collar. I didn't need to, because I got a few quid, so I didn't need to go up there for 200 quid here, 200 quid like most people do. So then, I've always done the door since like age of 16. So I suppose I've been brought up into a bit of a hard life, working on a club doors for like 50 quid a night, and back in the day, it was a few years back. then I ended up in the Canada Palace, and I met Lenny McLean. Lenny took me under his wing, and cut a long story short, started training together, and then I was trying to make a movie out of it called The Governor, which Jamie, his son, has done since then. So I said, Len, I'll tell you what, I'll give you 20 grand. I want to be one of the fighters, but you need to. I can have a tear up, but you need to give me a bit of, a bit of advice, a bit of movement. And I was so big, so wide on my lats, I couldn't get my arms in, and all going. And so I had to lose so much weight to get down to a proper weight to carry myself, which I did. And when I got better at it, Lenny just smashed me up one day. He said, "Son, you're too high up and you guard this and that." I said, "That's all right, then. That's what I like." He goes, "Oh, fuck." He pushed me. He's gone crack, smashed me ribs, bosh, done my nose. Went down. And he's pulled me up, actually. He grabbed me, pulled me up. He goes, "Come on, son, 30 more seconds." And I'm like fucking trying to get your breath, He's fucking winding me as well. So anyway, I'm trying to give it, and he started laughing. He says, "Yeah, you fuck, mate." So that was it. So I had a 6 month off repairing my ribs and all that. But that was the story of me and Lenny. But great guy. We worked together for many years. Great friends, trained together. Just an unbelievable guy. And everyone said he was a bully. He wasn't ever a bully. He was a gentleman, if you know him, But yeah, that was the story of Lenny.
So, Mick, let me ask you what your thoughts were about John Fury's response video that obviously went on IFL TV Thursday night, which is kind of done the rounds now. But what was your initial response to seeing John Fury respond to your original video?
His response was a bit harsh, I think. I thought, you know what, it's like he's really come out, growled a bit at it, I mean, it's like, you're messing with big bad John Fury, blah, 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 you can have it gypsy style, because that bleeding, getting into the ring, he said, that's hard work. He said, I'll do gypsy style for you, He wants to do this style, he wants to do that style. Listen, read what I said to you, An intelligent man, read what I said to you. Proper boxing match in the ring, yeah? And so, cut a long story short, he said, you don't want to know, yeah? Speak to Spencer, my manager, blah, 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 blah. That night, I got a phone call from Spencer. We had a chit-chat, and he even went on, not he'll fight you anywhere, any place, any time. So Spencer, we've already gone through that. We're going to do it properly, or we're not going to do it, And it's for a good cause. It's for, this NHS, what's happening with the coronavirus. That's why I said to John at the end of it, come on, John, me and you, let's do it for the coronavirus, let's get it on, and God bless you. I am half Irish. Mum was half Irish. Well, sorry, my mum was full Irish. My dad was Greek. So a lot of people think I'm Greek, full Greek, but not. I've got the Irish blood in me as well. So, they're all Irish, the boys, and so I'm part of them, and I've got that streak in me as well. But I've got the warrior side, the Trojan warrior as well. So, easy tiger.
Mick, let me ask you, obviously, reading through the comments on this on the various social platforms, YouTube, Twitter, etc., a lot of people are kind of saying that this is a mistake on your behalf, and they're kind of saying that you've lost the fight before you've even had the fight, if that makes any sense. But what's your response to that?
It makes sense to them because they don't know me. Obviously, they're from up north, Manchester. They're from all over the place. They don't know me. You mention my name in London, people know me. You're talking people from probably up north somewhere. I don't know. Kerry Case knows me, and he can tell anyone about me. I've known Kerry for many years in the bodybuilding game. Then he's obviously going into the boxing, and now he's a cut man. So Kerry's a good friend of mine. Funny enough, I haven't spoken to him. I was going to give him a ring sometime anyway. But me and Kerry, we're good friends over the years.
I think the main point to this that you're doing it for a good cause ultimately, for the NHS and kind of the situation, what's going on in the world at the moment. So if it is going to raise money for that cause and that situation, then why not?
Of course. Listen, everyone who does charity events, they still earn a wage out of it. So me and John will earn something out of it. But majority of it will probably go to the NHS, which I believe that's the direction we're heading. So yeah, it's all good. And like there's a lot of people ringing up or sending like their tweets and chats in, like you said earlier on. They don't know me. I'm going back to it again. They don't know me. They're getting to know me because what's next going to be coming out. And you know, on the last interview, they never knew I knew Lenny McLean. They never knew I sparred with Lenny or what I'd done with Lenny. You know, maybe it's going to change their actions now. But listen, I'm just reading something on a Porky advert. Someone from Manchester was saying he had the whole history about John. He's done 13 fights, lost 7 of them or something. He's got 7% knockout rates. He's telling about the court case, about how he acted in court and this and that and everything about him. You know, it's all there in black and white. You know, I'm not a researcher. You know, I look at John as another man in front of me. You know. And that's it. He's just a human like I am, like anyone is. Yeah, he might have a bit more growl to him and how he wants to conduct himself. Especially, you know, you don't know who you're messing with. John Bad, Big Boy, Ever Fury. Yeah, he can say what he wants. You know, I respect the man, but listen, it's going to be 2 men at the end of the day in the ring, a proper ring, boxing ring, Queensberry rules, and we'll see him tonight. All the gossip left, right, and centre on the build-up. Good luck to it. You can go where you want with it, you know. And that's it, as far as I'm aware. You know, I've challenged you. I respect you. You give me a chance. You know, you think you're the bigger man. Okay. You know, we'll see. It's a charity. It's worth me having a go at it, and yourself, John. You know. So you know, best man win on the night. That's what it's all about.
Mick, let me ask you, I'm currently looking, obviously you can't see this image, I'm going to try and explain this image to you, but there's a picture, I'm just asking if this is you. It seems it's a bodybuilding shot in black and white where you're wearing a black and white striped vest. Is that you? Is that an image of you?
That's me off season, like just a bit bloated up, yeah. Off season.
Alright, well I'll obviously include this in it, so people kind of have an idea. I don't know when this was taken or anything, but...
If you want some pictures, I'll fling them over you anyway, it's not a problem.
Alright, well listen, I'm sure we're going to have a lot of build-up stuff to this anyway, so yeah, we can speak about that. Let me just, before I let you go, Mick, let me just ask you, do you believe you're capable of knocking John Fury out?
I was asked that on another interview. You know what? We'll wait till the night to see what happens. You know, I'm not one to give it the large or anything like that. You know, I'm a humble guy. You know, you say the wrong thing to me and that you upset me. It's like anyone. You know, you punch a dog in the head. You know, he's going to bite you. You know, it's like it's instinct. So you know, that question we'll have to wait till the night of the show and. Whoever's tweeted in all the bad stuff, all the good stuff, they'll come to conclusion on that night, and they'll get their answer big time.
That's fair enough. So obviously, in the current predicament we're in, it's impossible to kind of label a time scale on this, but we're assuming kind of when we're out of this situation, sooner rather than later, a date and a venue, etc., will be set for this.
Of course, yeah. We'd love to get it on now and get a date and start selling tickets. You know. I think this is not going to happen. You know, we can't really book anything now anyway because of the situation. But I think we'll be looking maybe possibly September, which would be a nice date. It's only a few months away, really.
Yeah, no, of course.
We're out of this bad position. The whole world's in, not just us in the UK. You know, and like I say, you know, it's amazing what's happened here. You know, not just for the fight, but you know. The world. Who would ever think such some sort of virus like this would take a lot of people, you know, kill people, you know, something that's floating around, jumps from one to the other. Oh, it's scary.
Yeah, it's horrendous the situation, and like I said,
sad, yeah.
we hope we get out of it with as little damage as possible, as quick as possible.
Of course.
Okay, well, Mick, thank you very much for giving IFL TV your time. I'm sure I'll be speaking to you in due course as kind of the weeks and months go on. So, yeah, like I said, it's all for a good cause. So, yeah, let's get it on and let's see what happens.
Definitely, why not?
Micky Theo, thank you very much for talking to IFL TV.
Thanks, KUGAN, and thank you to you as well. And thanks to all the listeners and all your support and everything that's to come. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.